Sixth grade, Miss Carswell here. Please follow along to this PowerPoint about 3 new vocabulary words: mean, median, and mode. So mean, median, and mode are all ways that we can measure the sort of center of a data point, thinking about what's a typical number, right? What's the average of a data set? Each of these words has its own definition, and we're going to be learning these and seeing examples of them today. So the mean is the average of a set of data points. You might have heard the word average before when your teachers talk about the average test grade in a class, for example. The way that we calculate the mean is we find the sum of all of the data points and we divide it by however many data points there are. We'll look at examples of this on the next slide. The median is the middle number in a set of data, and the mode is the number that occurs the most often. So let's take a look at this example right here. This example has a set of data. It is the snow in inches, so how many inches of snow fell over the course of 7 different years. Now, when I want to find my measures of center, right, the mean, median, and mode, the first thing I want to do is go ahead and put all of these data points in order from least to greatest. So I went ahead and did this for us. I looked at this set of data and I found the least was 21, and then I went through all the way up to the highest, the maximum, which was 57. So this is this data right here, but put in order from least to greatest. To calculate the mean, remember, I need to find the sum of all of the numbers, and I need to divide that by however many numbers there are, okay? So to find the sum, I'm going to add 21 plus 48 plus 50 plus 54 plus 54 plus 56 plus 57 to find the sum of all of these numbers, and then I need to divide it by 7. I'm dividing by 7 because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data points. I did this math for us and I got a sum of 340. And when I divide that by 7, I get about 48 and 6/10 inches. I rounded to the nearest tenths place, which you should do as well if you need to. This is my mean. This is my average. This means that over the course of these 7 years, the average snowfall was 48 and 6/10 inches. This is one way that we can measure the center of my data set. Another way is the median. When I'm finding the median, it's really important that my numbers are in order from least to greatest, which I already did. And then I'm just going to find the number in the middle. The way that I do this is I just start counting from the outside in until I see the number that's in the middle. This 54 is my median. The median snowfall is 54 inches. And last, I'm going to find the mode, which is just the number that occurs most often in your data set. In this data set, all of my numbers just occur once, except for 54. There's 2 54s, so 54 was the number that occurred most often. That is my mode. You might not have a mode in your data set if they all occur once. However, in this case, I did have a mode because 54 occurred twice. Let's look at one more example together. These are the quiz scores out of 10 points that students earned on a recent quiz. Let's go ahead and put those in order from least to greatest. Now remember, to find the mean, I'm going to add up all of those numbers and I'm going to divide by 8. I'm dividing by 8 in this case because there are 8 data points. I get 59 divided by 8, and I'm going to get a mean or an average of 7 4/10. So that's the average quiz score. I can find the median by making sure that these are in order from least to greatest and counting until I have the number that's in the middle. Now, in this case, I have an even number of data points, right? I had 8. That means that there's actually going to be 2 numbers that are in the middle. So to find my median, what I need to do is I need to find the average of those 2 middles. So to find that, I added 7 and 8 to get 15 and divided it by 2. So my median is going to be 7 5/10. You'll need to do this process whenever there are 2 numbers in your middle. If there's just one middle number like there was on the last slide, well, that's your median. But in this case, I needed to take the average of my 2 middles. And lastly, mode. So in this data set, I have 2 numbers, 6 and 8, that occur twice. 5, 7, 9, and 10 all occur just once. So I can actually have 2 modes. 6 and 8 are both modes. In your practice